everybody, welcome back to my channel Life in Vancouver. Hope you all are doing great. I'm Reba and today I have got something really special for you guys and I thought of doing something different today. So I have invited a guest here with me and she is gonna share her experience in Canada, and let's start. So, meet my guest today, my dear friend, Shalmona.
Hello,
Hi, Shalmona. Welcome to my show, Life in Vancouver.
thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Guys, Shalmona is a nurse by profession, and today we are going to talk to her and understand her journey here in Canada. How did she come here, and how did she get her licensing? How views about this country, Canada, and more on. So, shall we begin? Okay, so. Can you just brief a little about yourself to our audience?
Yeah, sure, Riba. So, as Riba said, my name is Shalmona again. I'm basically from Mumbai, India, with my nursing background from India. I came to Canada in 2015. I came on a student visa, which was a different process for me, not so easy. Uh, yeah, and then going through it was my whole thing, like the difficulties, the challenges, the ups and the downs, and everything about it. It took me a while to get everything done. I'm kind of now on a stable ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
good.
would say.
Yeah, so you came to Vancouver in 2015.
Yes,
2015, so
yeah.
it's almost 5 years.
4 years because I was
Okay.
almost towards the end of 2015, like November 2015, so it's like 4 years.
Okay,
Four
okay.
years
So,
now.
guys, Shalmana came on a student visa to study here. And how long was your course? Uh,
So the course that I came for was a 13-month course that I was like that I applied for and everything. But it did not take me long to finish that course. Yeah, so basically it would be a little bit challenging to explain you all the way I came, because I came through an agency. When I was in India, I was looking for opportunities to go anywhere in abroad, so I was kind of open to anything and everything. And I was trying to come to Canada for a long time, but it was not working out. And suddenly, when this thing came upon, I just said, "Oh, that's the opportunity. Let's grab it." And I took it and I came.
yeah.
But it's only when I landed here that I realized what I had jumped into.
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
come to that.
Yes.
Okay. So, yes, we'll discuss that. And so, but were you married when you came here?
I was married. Actually, I was newly married when I came here. It was just
that's
7 months. Yeah, 7 months after my marriage, and my husband was not working in India. He was working overseas in Middle East.
Oh.
So I was all by myself when all these things, all the opportunities came, and I kind of took the decision with little bit of guidance from family and my husband and everybody. But I did not have enough time or enough resources to gather more information. I tried my best to gather information and I thought it was legit and everything. Yeah, but then I guess we are slowly coming to the point of
Yeah,
explaining how my
yeah. So then
experience was.
it was a difficult situation, leaving back the newly married husband behind and coming alone to Canada. And how long did you take to like to get your husband to Canada on a spousal visa?
So I would say it all depends again on your individual background, but for me it took almost like the process itself took a year for me to find out information how I can apply for him and all those. That itself took almost like 4 to 5 months. So I came here in November and it was like all the blow of information that I got, which I did not get anything in India. So it's nice that people like Reba are sharing out information, because then more and more people are getting aware with the help of technology. And when Reba said, would you like to do it, I was more than happy, because the struggle or the ups and downs that I faced, I would really not wish anybody would go through it if they given they had a chance, or they had an opportunity to avoid it. You know, just because of the little information or the little resources I had, I was into that situation.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So I want to thank Shalmona once again for taking out time from a busy schedule and
sure,
doing
no
this short
problem.
interview
No problem.
to help our audience, and so that nobody else, goes through all these lack of information, and they just randomly hear anything from any consultant who are telling them, giving them false promises that it's so easy to get a job here in Canada after studying. Well, that is not really the case, and we'll get to it slowly. So, can you explain to our audience about the entire the process of registering as a nurse here? What all examination you took, and definitely she's gonna talk about the process here in British Columbia, because I believe all the other provinces have different examination and different rules.
Rules,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, surely, before like starting that, I would just like to say a brief background how it happened. So as I said, I came on a student visa, right? So I came through a college. um, Lack of information, so when I landed in my first day in college gave me a timeline saying this things you have to do in order to get your license to work in Canada, BC, just in BC, Canada. So if I have license in BC, I cannot go and work in Ontario. I have to transfer my license.
Yeah.
Most of our home countries have that kind of a licensing regulatory body, where every state or every province has their own, and then we have one common for the whole country sometimes, or sometimes not. So it depends. So in Canada also it goes provincial wise. So when I came to, as I was in BC, our college explained the process for BC, and that's when I realized whatever information I had from India was all wrong. So
Yeah.
that's when I realized that I had not even started my process to acquire my license in BC. So the initial process is to get your documents evaluated, or your credits evaluated to
from
the
the
Canadian standards, and that would be a baseline for any given profession. But
I
for
believe that
nursing,
is being done from World Education Services.
so that's what I was coming
So
through.
that's yeah.
No, for all the most of the education background, it would be done through World Education Services.
That is WS.
WES.
Right.
Even if you want to come for your immigration, you would do
Yeah.
it from WES, even if you were a nurse. But since you wanted to get your license transferred, the nursing body over here in Canada has a different regulatory body that is based in Philadelphia, US.
Oh.
So it is called NNAS. And what happens is, when you come here, you have to register with them. So this is one thing that you could do it from your home country, because getting your credential evaluated would save you some time, and at the same time you could be at freedom of working at your home country and continuing with your job and gaining your experience, which you would not lose. Because technically, after coming to Canada, you are no longer allowed to call a nurse because you don't have a license here.
Definitely.
So you cannot practice any kind of nursing job here in Canada unless and until you get your license back here.
So please note that points. This point, my dear students or the nurses who are aspiring to come to Canada and study, that getting your evaluation done while you are there in India, and the second thing, while you're coming here to study, or even if you're coming here as a PR, you cannot practice nursing till the time you get your registration done.
Okay. Yeah. But now here comes the tricky point. Yeah. Where if you want to, unless and until you don't know, you're definitely going to come to Canada.
Okay.
You know, either your PR is in final process, or your student thing. If you're coming through a student visa thing, you know that you're starting the college in this particular month. Don't do your nursing evaluation and keep, because if you're not able to pursue it further, everything comes with a validity. Right. You don't have a long time to pursue things. So after NNAS gives you a report, so what happens?